if Ireland's famous for anything, it's got to be its castles, and we're checking out a pretty impressive one right now.
That's right, pal. About 45 minutes from Dublin, you'll find Malahide Castle, which was owned by the same family, the Talbot family, for 800 years.
I hear this thing's haunted.
Uh-oh.
Let's go check it out.
Look at this, buddy. This tombstone here, this guy lived to be 106 back in the 18th century. So if you rub right here where it says 106, it's supposed to increase your longevity. So give it a rub.
Well, I can use all the help I can get, so that's amazing.
Isn't it, for the 18th century? Okay, now, buddy, check this out. This is known as the sanctuary stone.
I see a cross there.
Yeah. Now, in ancient times, sins could be forgiven by just touching this stone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jim Gordon,
And I'm Darren Parkman.
and we are the Travel Guys.
Well, my friend, we've been to Ireland many times over the years, and it's time we look back at some of the highlights and lowlights of all of our visits to Ireland. All I can remember most of all is that we definitely did drink a lot of Guinness over the years.
We did, and we're at a very, very popular place right now, Temple Bar, which is just a great location.
Probably one of the biggest tourist attractions in Ireland, and one of the other biggest tourist attractions is probably where this stuff is made.
Right.
The Guinness Storehouse, isn't
That's
it called?
right, yeah. Every time we've been here since we first came here in 2006, we've always made a little time to stop by the Guinness Storehouse and have a few pints. Let's take a look.
Sometimes more than a few. We're about to take a tour of the birthplace of the famous beer. It's the Guinness Storehouse in downtown Dublin.
That's right, buddy. They started making this fantastic beer in 1759. Where we are right now, buddy, they signed a 9,000-year lease back in the 18th century.
I don't want to be around when that lease is up.
No, that's going to be tough.
It's going to be some negotiating, yeah.
Let's go see what's going on with Guinness.
And let's have a drink or two while we're at it.
We can talk to that.
All right.
There you go.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
All right, enjoy.
Cheers.
Sláinte, Darren.
Sláinte.
Sláinte.
Cheers.
Well, one of the most famous landmarks in all of Dublin has to be a little place, actually a huge place,
Yeah, not a little place.
called the Guinness Storehouse, which is where we are now.
Buddy, this is also a tradition with our show. Every time we have been in Dublin, this is part of the show. This is a must-stop, must-see stop for us in Dublin. It's been almost 10 years since we've been here.
And when in the Guinness factory, what are you going to do? Drink a little Guinness. Well, when you're at the Guinness Storehouse, it's always good to talk to an expert, I say, and we're here with beer specialist Ian, who hopefully is going to show us how to pull a proper pint.
Let's talk about what is the perfect pint here at Guinness.
Yeah, so when it comes to pouring a pint of Guinness, gentlemen, we do it in 6 steps. We take it very seriously here in Dublin, and of course in Ireland. It's our national drink, so it's very important to have it served correctly. So first thing, cool, clean glass. If you're not sure if it's right for the beer, look for the name on the glass. We always recommend a branded glass. And what you want to do then is you want to get a 45-degree angle under the tap. So a lot of people kind of go and pour straight away.
Does that keep the carbonation down, the head down a little
So
bit?
Guinness isn't actually a carbonated beer, it's a nitrogenated beer. So the gas that goes into Guinness is a much smaller bubble, which creates that creamy texture on top.
Okay.
So that's pretty much why the pour
That's
is
why
different.
it's so light when you're drinking. You don't get bloated from the gas.
Exactly, smaller bubble. So if you pour it like that, too much air will get in and you compromise your foam.
Well, it's time to see who can pull the better pint. A bit of a contest between myself and Jim Gordon. Ready, Jim?
Go.
Ready, set, go.
All the way down, gents. Poke that right in. Don't be afraid of it. Get that engine running in your beer. Straighten up your glass. You've plenty of time, gents. And then the middle of the golden heart, just flick the tap to the centre. That's perfect, Jim. Yeah, excellent.
All right.
Gentle.
So far, it's tied.
And now we wait.
All right.
It's the hard part now.
Nearly there, gentlemen. So push it, hold it up underneath the tap and push it
Got
away.
a perfect head on this sucker.
Right to the brim. You hold the glass straight. Stop. And stop. Perfect. Pop it down on the bar. We're not done just yet.
Not done yet.
Ian, thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Cheers. Oh, I'm going to try this now.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
Well done. You did a good job.
So did you, sir. Oh, goodness, tastes good.
Tastes perfect.
Yep. It tastes even better when you make it yourself, too, isn't it? We have been here 3 times over the years. That's the first time they've ever done this. That is so cool.
The technology is unbelievable. Our face is right there on the head of the pint.
One mistake, our haggard faces.
Yeah, I don't look too bad actually.
No.
I don't look too bad.
I don't look a day over 73.
That is just incredible.
Wow.
How can they even do that?
I don't know.
It's amazing. It's a perfect likeness of us, and I guess that's one of the attractions here at the Guinness factory, the storehouse. You can do this. It's incredible.
Oh, that's wild.
Wow.
You know, if you put it into perspective, this beer is older than Canada and the United States.
That was very cool.
You know, what they did with our images on that Guinness was
You know, I can almost see us on the foamy head of my own Guinness right now.
Try not to.
And you know what we're saying down there? We're saying, have more Guinness.
Yes.
That's what we're saying.
And you know what's amazing too is every time we have been to that place, it's bigger and more popular.
It really is one of the biggest tourist attractions, no doubt. And when I see Guinness and drink Guinness and think about Guinness, naturally I start thinking about singing.
Of course you do.
And you know, the Irish folk songs are some of the best in the world, and we've got beautiful singing voices. So you put two and two together, you know what you get? You get the travel guys doing a lot of singing of Irish folk songs and taking in the spirit of Ireland. And let's go back and have a look. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar-o. Whack for my daddy-o, whack for my daddy-o, there's whiskey in the jar.
In the Dublin's fair city,
where the girls are so pretty, I first laid my eyes on sweet Molly Malone.
Who threw the overalls in Mrs. Murphy's chowder? Nobody spoke, so I shouted all the louder. It's an Irish trick, it's true, and I'll lick the McCoo through the overalls in Mrs. Murphy's chowder.
Played a while over, never no more.
Well, it's no nay, never.
No name never no more. When I played a while over, no name never no more.
Hey, welcome back to the very special Travel Guys Ireland Flashback episode.
We've had over 20 years of great memories here in Dublin and the rest of Ireland, and apparently someone was buying
Have you
some.
noticed,
It's very nice, actually.
Yeah, I've changed my attire here. How's it look?
It looks very nice, actually. Surprisingly very nice.
I see people laughing, looking at me and laughing, but I think they're laughing with me.
No, they're laughing. I think
they
they're saying
are.
very nice look, actually.
But you know what? When we do get out on the streets, we have seen some fabulous things that really stick in the mind. Here in Dublin and also other parts of Ireland. Some great history, some great architecture in town here, and anything come to mind?
Yeah, I think one that struck me, and I know you, about 15 years ago when we were here, is visiting Trinity College.
That was surprisingly cool. It really was. Let's take a look. Well, Dublin is steeped in history, and we are immersing ourselves in some of that history right now.
That's right. Well, we're here at world-famous Trinity College, which is located right in the middle of the city, and it was opened in, get this, 1592.
That's a long time ago.
It is.
Some very famous students actually attended this college, including Oscar Wilde and Bram Stoker, who wrote Dracula. Probably the most popular attraction here at Trinity University has to be the Book of Kells, which is considered Ireland's national treasure.
And buddy, get this, written around 800 AD, it tells the story of the four Gospels.
We actually got inside, had a look at the book. It's in remarkably good condition for its age. We were not allowed to film it because the light affects the actual book itself, but all these people behind us lined up just to catch a glimpse of the book.
Well, now we're in one of the most amazing libraries you will ever see, called the Long Room.
There's actually books here dating back to the 6th century. They even have a page from the oldest book ever, the Gutenberg Bible. Pretty impressive. You know, it's so fun to see that. You know, I may get very sick of you, but I never get sick of the memories and the fun we had.
You know, our my next memory, our memory that we're going to bring up, is a little out of character for you and I. We're not
Yes.
the most physical of human beings.
We don't really get out a lot, but
No, we don't. But this thing, you actually taught me into doing this because I'd never been on an e-bike before, and you said, no, this is easy peasy.
it really is. And we wanted to see the Irish countryside, so we went on a little tour. Do you remember where it was, sir?
It's called the Waterford Greenway. We did this a few years ago, and we had a blast.
Let's take a look.
Well, buddy, we're halfway through this wonderful bike ride. The electric bikes are helping.
This really is the rolling green hills of Ireland, if you look at the scenery along the way.
This is just an amazing ride. We've seen some great scenery along the way, and still more to come.
Now that was a ride, sir. What, about 20, 25 kilometers, would you say?
25 kilometers.
It's been great, though. It has.
This has been spectacular. We've seen so much spectacular scenery in that 25 kilometers.
We really have behind us, by the way, is the Irish Sea.
Yeah,
Wow.
what we've been doing. Something you really want to do if you're in the Waterford area, and that's to check out the Waterford spectacular Greenway. It's just a great ride. We shouldn't say to disappoint our viewers, but we're on electric bikes. So.
I wasn't using the electricity, though.
Oh, of course you
all
weren't.
my leg power.
There was a young lady from Clyde, from eating green apples she died. The apples fermented inside the lamented and made cider and cider and cider.
Ah, very nice. A real honest-to-goodness limerick in the city of Limerick.
Cheers and welcome back to this special episode of The Travel Guys, where we're looking back at some wonderful memories we've had here in Dublin and the rest of Ireland over the last 20 plus years.
And I want to thank the staff here at the very famous Temple Bar for being great to us and keeping the Guinness flowing.
They are. Speaking of
mandatory.
that, our next clips are all about that, aren't they?
Are they? Well, yes, we are in a great pub right now, but believe it or not, this is not the first pub we visited in Ireland.
No.
Oh, no, not by
Far
a long
from it.
shot. We've gone to a lot of great establishments, drank a lot of Guinness and a lot of other stuff. Let's take a look.
You know, one of the first things you notice when you walk into a pub in Ireland is how unbelievably full they always are. Chock-a-block, it seems 7 nights a week.
We're here at Farrington's. Now, this pub has been here, are you kidding me, since 1696.
That would mean it's 410 years old.
Well, now we're in the heart of the Temple Bar District at a place called the Keys Bar.
Well, now we're in the heart of the Temple Bar District.
I just said that.
Where are we now?
We're at a great pub called the Palace Bar, which was, now get this, opened in 1822.
And that's probably one of the younger pubs here in Ireland. Some of them are 1600s.
Yeah. But what's great about this place is that it refused to be modernized in the 50s, so everything here is original. The woodwork, the ceilings, everything, and of course the beer is great.
You've actually refused to be modernized, haven't you?
I'm not going to be modernized.
This is something I actually haven't seen before in a bar here in Ireland. It's a VIP room, I guess you'd call it. It's called the Snog Room. Don't ask me why, but it's where you go to have like kind of a private drinking party. And I guess you gotta have the bucks to get in here.
Well, we don't, but we know friends that do.
We got some buddies there. Check it out. Why do they call it a Snog Room? Because it's small and yeah?
Yeah, well, these originated in Victorian times when women weren't allowed in bars. And so there'd be certain bars would be designed so that you could serve a woman and if she was having a couple of drinks with her friends, or more importantly, if a man was sneaking a woman in here who shouldn't be here.
Excuse me, can I get another?
Evening, Squire. Can I pull you a pint?
Well, we're now about to enter a little bit of Dublin history. It's the Brazen Head Pub.
This establishment happens to be the oldest pub in all of Ireland. This was actually built in 1198, making it more than 800 years old.
Wow, are you telling me this pub is over 800 years old?
You know, buddy, the Brazen Head really does have that medieval feel to it. It's got the old cobblestone everywhere. It's got the fire lamps.
You know, one thing you notice outside of the pubs all around Ireland are these giant beer kegs.
I think it's a pretty good indication of how much the Irish love their beer. This is one afternoon's worth of fun. They get picked up tomorrow and they get filled up and brought right back here. You see these everywhere.
I'm not gonna criticize it for that.
Down at the Red Rose Cafe in the harbour.
Buddy, I'm drinking Guinness.
Yeah.
This is good for you.
It is good, isn't it? Yeah.
Very good for us. Everyone keeps telling us that. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking the beer of Cork, which is Murphy's. There's a real rivalry between Murphy's and Guinness here in Cork.
Oh.
Don't let anybody catch you seeing drinking that.
Try to Guinness, try to Murphy.
Exactly. See, there you go.
Well, Parker and I have classed it up a little bit with some suit jackets for a lovely evening out here at Gallagher's Boxty House. We're here with Cork, the owner. Thanks for having us tonight.
You're welcome, guys.
Cheers.
You're very welcome.
Pork, great little venue here. If you had to recommend one Irish beer, what would it be? I'm drinking Beamish here, which is great.
I'm drinking Irish wine.
Irish wine?
Whiskey.
There is nothing like a Guinness on a cool Irish night, is there?
Well, you come to Dublin for this, I'm telling you right now.
Delicious glass of red wine and an Irish coffee.
Their house specialty, yes.
Luncha.
Bonsoir.
Boy, I'm woozy from just watching that.
As you should be. That's a kind of
Hello.
adult behavior you continue to display.
Some say childish. Thank
Childish,
you.
Adult.
Thank you for elevating me. I
Usually with
appreciate
you
it.
when it happens. I would think you would agree with me. In all the years that we have been coming to Ireland, one of the most unique experiences we ever had, and you said scary,
Yeah.
was a one-day visit
to Aran Island, right?
to Aran Islands. That's right.
And I just mentioned woozy. I was very woozy just trying to get over to Aran Island, if I remember. It's the islands, though, isn't it?
Yeah. But
Aran Islands, yeah.
we got the ferry in Galway, and our crew are all on this ferry, and we're all like, what's happening? And all the locals are laughing at us.
But it was worth it when we got over there. It was very, very cool to see. Let's take a look. Well, if you want to escape the hustle and bustle of downtown Dublin, about 2.5 hours away is a great little secluded vacation spot near the town of Galway.
That's right, pal. We're on a ferry right now, heading over to one of the 3 Aran Islands. The biggest one is called Innismore. That's where we're going. One of the sites you have to check out on this island is a 2,500-year-old fort known as Doningus.
That is one old pile of rocks behind us there. Kind of cool. It's one of the larger forts that we've seen in Europe. It encompasses 14 acres, and it was situated up this high above the ocean to protect the island against enemies from long ago. Gotta tell you, we've seen some pretty gorgeous scenery all over the world, but pretty hard to top this.
Yeah.
How high would you say we are up here? About 300 feet?
I'd say 300 or 400 feet, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, how's your fear of heights doing right now?
That's why I'm standing way over here.
Brisk day here on the island. Gotta tell you, we've been to Ireland a couple of times. I had no idea that it had resort islands like this. Very, very resort-like, secluded, kind of intimate. A great place to come for a little getaway if you want some peace and quiet. A small population, only about 900 people. It's got a real kind of hometown feel to it. What a beautiful place, and actually worth the very scary ferry ride that we took over there.
We should qualify that by saying that everybody on the ferry were laughing at us because they didn't find it that scary. We did. But, that was an embarrassing moment. There have been other embarrassing moments in our 20-plus years of coming here. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Happened?
Yes.
Well, I can think of one. It might be the mother of all embarrassing moments, and it happened not that long ago. It's the time that you and I thought that we could actually become an Irish rock band. Remember we trained and We went for it, and we just really thought that we were great, and
First of
that
all,
didn't last long.
Trained for it and went for it are not really what I would say. But
Well, we
anyway.
did do some rehearsing.
Well, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I think it might have been too much Guinness.
Yes.
Do we have to show this?
You do.
Let's show it.
All right, you ready, Jimmy?
Hang on guitar and vocals, the incomparable Darren Parker.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Ready to get this place rocking here?
Little Travel Guys number for you, right?
Here we go. Here, yeah. 2, 3. Turn on the meeting song. Okay, ready? Okay, count us in with the drums. Sorry, I wasn't ready.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Travel guides are back in Dublin town. We're not very good, but we're hanging around. We do real hard and we try real hard. Hoping we're not gonna get barred. Travel guides, the travel guides. That's all I got. I can't do it. Hey, great job. Hey, great job, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
that's,
assuming most people probably turned away during that.
Yeah, no,
and
I
who
did.
could blame them?
Hey,
You know,
it's
that was
horrible.
very, very embarrassing. I thought you were a little bit weaker than I was in that band, but, you know, we did it. What are you going to do?
Not watch it again, I think. But it's
a great idea.
We got to thank all the folks over at the Irish Rock and Roll Museum for indulging us there with that little moment.
And let's thank all the great tourism people in Ireland and Northern Ireland for all the help they've given us over the years. And we've been coming here 20 plus years. Here's hoping we come a few more times, my friend.
That's right.
Cheers. And I guess we'll see you next time
on the Travel Guys.
While in Dublin, the Travel Guys stayed at The Green, contemporary boutique in the heart of Dublin City.
Post-production services by First Anniversary Pictures.
The lady who owned this pub is the only woman ever convicted of witchcraft in Ireland. Her name was Alice Kittler, Dame Alice Kittler, right? She was married 4 times, and each of her husbands died. Whoa! About a week after they got married. And then she poisoned them, but she got away. She escaped to England, so I guess, yeah.
She got a sister for Parker? Hey, you know, I noticed on the street all the doors are different colors. Like this one's yellow, this one's red, and you bought this little souvenir here where the doors are different colors. What's the story behind that?
Well, young fella, there is a story behind the doors of Ireland. Legend has it that when the men stayed a little too long at the pubs, after a long night of drinking, they needed different colored doors to find their way home, to recognize their own residences.
What about that famous Lord of the Dance type dance from Ireland we hear? Do you know how to do that?
Oh yeah, I'm brilliant.